Your Red Raiders, sponsored by Sean's Vinyl, and they are coached by Josh Landis. Your Black Raiders are sponsored by Burnett Automotive, and they are coached by Chris Duck. Next is your 8 and under Red Raiders, sponsored by Carver Drug Company, and they are coached by Eric Obright and Ashley Batten. Next, 10 and under, the Red Raiders, sponsored by attorney Fred Kopp, coached by Heath Carver and Tony White. Your Black Raiders, sponsored by the Huddle House, they are coached by Garrett Crawford and DeMarcus Johnson. Your 12 and under, the Red Raiders, sponsored by Bacon County Internal Medicine, and they are coached by Eric Moore, Sean Lee, and Jimmy Guyton. Also, your Bacon County future cheerleaders are coached by the following: Candy Turner, Sarah Lewis, Jennifer Martin, Jessica Bagley, Misty Yeomans, and Holly Johnson. Let's get a round of applause for your future Raider football players and cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can get you to stand, remove your caps. Tonight's prayer will be presented by Pastor Vic Peacock and will be followed by the national anthem performed by your Raider Regiment.
Let us pray. Lord Jesus, we just want to come and pause in your presence, God, for a moment, God, to say thank you, Lord, for allowing us, God, back in this place today, God, Lord, to watch this game today, God. And Father, we ask you first, Lord, to keep all the players safe, God. We just pray, God, Lord, for a great game tonight, God. We thank you, Lord, for the city of Vidalia and them coming this way, God. We ask, God, for your protection upon them, God. Let everything that will be said and done tonight, God, be approved, God, by you, God, in your presence. God, be pleased with us, God. Now, again, we thank you, we honor you, and we glorify you. In the precious name, above all, Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Nice. So, like to do school? What grade you in? Where is you? You need to go Well, I'm waiting proud. Taylor? Carson Taylor. Alright, freshman Carson Taylor. April's always a nice
running plays in our repertoire. Had 2 inside, 2 off tackle, and 2 out wide. You could go either way with them, but basically it was 6 running plays total. He said, but we worked those things so much that we could have done them, do them in our sleep. And he
Doctors agreed that he could be released just for the weekend. Andrew said that the reason why he wanted to release was to go see the Red Raiders play. And he is a true Red Raider fan. He and his team has sent Andrew several things to the hospital in Atlanta that Andrew will cherish forever. Coach Langford is a very compassionate and competitive coach. He is just what our town needed. The family wishes to thank the community for everything, and most importantly, for your continued prayers for tonight's honorary captain, Andrew Taylor.
Welcome Vidalia, and I'll be honest with you, there's not a team in this region that I know of that I'd rather beat than the Vidalia Indians tonight. I want a big W. Move us to 5-1, but more importantly, move us to 2-1 in the region. Put us right dead in the middle of the playoff race. For the Red, Travis Peavy, this is Coach Kyle Langford. This is your Lamar's Pharmacy Coaches Show.
This is the Lamar's Pharmacy Red Raider pregame show on 93.5 The Eagle. This is Bacon's Funny Red Raider football on 93.5 The Eagle.
Welcome back, everybody. We just had the Reggie's Paint and Body Shop coin toss, and now, if I'm counting right, it is 6 in a row, Brent. We have won 6 coin tosses in a row, and we've got our normal line of captains that was representing us tonight. And so we have deferred to the second half, and we'll be getting the second half kickoff. Vidalia will be kicking off to them, and 6 times in a row. That's got to be a record that you win the coin toss 6 times in a row.
Well, you don't see that.
You sure don't.
We lost last week's game with that 5th in a row. But here's a lucky charm right here beside me. This man, he was sick last week. This guy sitting beside me here, he was sick last week and unable to attend the game. And I told him when we got back to school, I said, man, I don't think, I just know that you wasn't there and we lost the game. So I need you there the rest of the game. So maybe he's our lucky charm.
Well, cat of nine tails, we can make him whip him with that.
That's right. That's right. Well, the Raiders did win the toss. When they did defer, as we've done all of the first 5 games of the season. And so we will receive the ball opening the second half. So that's exciting. Hopefully it'll work out and be to our advantage.
It looks like Bloodworth is coming in to kick, Drake Bloodworth, and we've talked a lot about him on our broadcast. He's a senior this year, but he just kind of came out of nowhere. He's left-footed. He's got on bright blue shoes, and if shoes and the color of shoes has anything to do with the ability to kick off, he's fixing to kick this one all the way to Baxley, because that's some bad-looking shoes that man's got on out there. It's almost turquoise eggshell Easter egg colored, and he gets into it and he kicks it high, and they're going to take it on about the 8-yard line, and we've got it covered if we can just make a tackle.
And we bring the young man down about the 23-yard line, it looks like, Rev.
It looks like he's going to be on the 23-yard line, and we open it up. We've got a great crowd. We still have people that's filing in here. In fact, the cars
are still coming
lined up, and we've got a good-looking crowd. Can't say that much about Vidalia. They're not traveling very well. I guess that has to do with a 1-3 record. Even though I will say last year when we were in the pits where we only had a 2-7 record for the year, we still
traveled well. We
Yeah.
we certainly do. And here's where our bread and butter this year so far, Rev, is our defense. And we're going to see right now what we made of against this big wing T offense from the Vidalia Indians. There's the first snap of the game.
Hand
Hand
it
off
off.
for
They're
the
going to try
sweep.
to overload us.
And we miss a tackle on that outside, and he gets the corner.
And he fumbles it.
And we're able to get on the ball.
Yes, we are.
Red Raider
Red
football.
Raider football. Absolutely. It's a good thing we tackled him, too, because he was fixing to break it out.
Well, we talked about before the game, Rev, about the ball just doesn't sometimes bounce your way.
Right.
And, we just – it did that time. Let's see if the Red Raiders offense can take advantage.
We've got to take advantage of it right here, just as Coach Langford said. Looks like we're running in senior Dawson Jewell, and this is the first time he's got the start all year. We've been starting Cooper Brown, so let's see what we got planned. We may be throwing the ball here.
Twins to the bottom. He's going to hand it off to Madison up the middle.
Oh,
he cuts
there
up
he
the middle
goes.
for a big hole for about a 12, 15-yard gain.
Yeah, it looks like every bit of a 12 to 13-yard gain. You're right, Brent.
And Rev, I don't know. My mic here is I don't know what, it's hot or something. I'll try to let folks at home. I apologize for the popping. It seems like I'm going to have to hold my voice down.
Is that what it is? We get a little excited. We got a little bit excited last week.
First down.
I know
Red
there was
Raiders.
a lot of interference last week in our broadcast, but we were sitting right in the middle of our fans, and it was loud and proud.
1st and 10 from the 30. Receiver to the top and bottom. Madison going to take the handoff and cut to the right side. A good push again by our offensive line.
About a 5-yard gain, 4 to 5.
That's what we've been accustomed to watching. I'm just going to say it, Rev. Last week we just got overwhelmed by that defensive line of Toombs County.
Well,
we had our hands full. And sometimes you just get whipped, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Well, Toombs they've just got seniors everywhere, and we knew that coming in. They were a very good football team last year, with a bunch of juniors, and they all stayed around, and they're very big and physical.
And Madison
Hand the
takes
ball
it,
to
cuts it back to the
Madison.
right, another big hole for about 6 more yards. That's close to another Red Raider first down. Maybe a yard shy.
It's not looking real good right here. Not looking real good right here.
Who is that?
Jesus.
He get rolled up on, Rev?
Yes, he did. He's trying to get up. I tell you what.
That's a good young man. It's a big man. It's right there. That's down on one knee.
He's one of our better players.
Captain on the team, as you saw him come out for the coin toss, and he's going to try to stand up. You're talking about a 6'3", 265-pound tackle for the Red Raiders, who is, like Rev said, is a leader on this team. And again, we're just going to hope.
I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Here.
Let's just take let's take about a 1 minute timeout, and you're listening to Red.
Come by the Huddle House, where the game's on the radio, the food's hot and delicious.
All right, Raider Nation, we come back, and the Raiders get a first down off of about a 3-yard gain by Madison. We have receivers to the top, to the bottom. We'll give you an update on Jesus in a moment and take the snap. And it's going to be a pass out to the wide receiver to the right side. That's Snell, and he fights for about 6 more yards after the catch. So Raiders are methodically moving the ball down the field, a couple runs and a single pass there, Rev. That's what we got to do. I know where your mind's at. Jesus, he wasn't able to put any weight on that foot as he come off the field.
I was just looking at him, and but we are moving the ball down the field. We're on about the 12-yard line, 11 and a half. We're going to turn and hand it to Anthony again, and He just
pushes.
pulled
And
forward.
I tell you what, we ran right over where Jesus was, and
Right.
maybe a big guy going down like that, who's a vocal and a leader, a senior leader on this team. That could be a rallying point here for the Red Raiders early in this game.
Well, unfortunately, it's just something you see. We were running the ball very, very hard. They're taking a timeout right now to measure, but that we were running the ball very hard, and he was downfield blocking and just got rolled up on it. Something's unfortunate happens to linemen. It was not any type of malicious hit on him. It probably, very possibly, got rolled up on by one of our own players. And that normally that's what happened when you get rolled up on from behind.
And it's usually an ankle, not so much a knee, that catches it. But
unless it's whipped, somebody gets whipped around and hits the side of the knee. Most of the time, it's an ankle.
First down, Red Raiders. I didn't think it was close enough to measure, but they decided to, and that's going to allow the Red Raiders to gather themselves, and maybe more so the defense to kind of. They're on their heels right now, Rev. We're inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be first and goal for the Red Raiders. Again, an opportunity for the Red Raiders for just joining us to come off this turnover from the very first play from scrimmage from Vidalia as we kicked to them in the first half.
Dawson Jules sets it, and we're moving around now. We're going to hand the ball off, and there goes Madison.
Goes to the
fighting.
Bounces, kind of cuts it back toward it.
No,
they got to blow the whistle now. I mean, the play was stopped.
I actually saw the ball pop up.
But the play was stopped. There was no way. Please, Lord, there's no way that could.
He's calling it dead.
Yeah, they had stood him up. The play had ended. We can't hear a whistle from here. It's going to be receivers to the top and bottom, which is JP to the bottom, Snell to the top, Madison in the backfield with Jewell in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap, hand it to Madison again. He fires up the middle, right up the gut for about 4, maybe 3 short yards, tough yards, down to about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, everybody's helping each other up. We're going to run it at them. We think we can run it at them. That's what we're going to do. And it's going to be third down, about the 2.5. What is our scoreboard showing? It's showing that the ball's on the 2. I don't know that they have much better view of it than we do. But
it's going to be third down. And a long 2, I should say. Madison cuts it up the middle for the touchdown. And the Raiders get in.
There you go, just like that. He kneels down, thanks to Lawdy that they didn't call that a fumble.
That's an 8-play drive, touchdown score for the Red Raiders here early. We had the Vidalia on their heels. Something good happened for the Raiders early as we recovered a fumble in the very first play again from scrimmage.
I'm very, very thankful. Man, there's one of my favorite players coming running off. He's celebrating. Tyler Wilcox, I really like that kid. He's yes, sir, no, sir. And he didn't play last year, came back for his senior year, and he's contributing.
Tyler, everything you said was the truth. And when a young man, this ball is hammered for an extra point, and it's good. 7-0 Raiders early.
That's just exactly what the doctor ordered for a team that's 1-3. Get on them and then put the pedal. Just had us outnumbered, and one of our defensive backs, I don't know who it was, reached out and snatched the ball, and then KJ Castile was there to fall on it.
Well, Blue Shoes has teed it up again, and he's going to kick it deep.
Booyah.
Real deep, way back into the end zone, Rev, all the way to the end zone. Wow, this is impressive, folks, and we talk about it every week.
We get a fist bump from Coach Kyle Lane.
But listen
that's
to
the
me.
kind of stuff old football coach likes there.
That is next level football leg right there. When you can kick it in the end zone, that's the first time I've seen a Red Raider kicker kick it in the end zone ever.
Yeah,
ever.
Well, he's kicked it and scooted it.
But that ball flew almost 2 yards deep in the end zone. He's averaged inside the 10 multiple times. He's been inside the 5, but
all 135.
That's a weapon, folks. That's a weapon for any level of football. All right, here we go again. This wing T formation, single receiver to the bottom.
They're going to try to do to us what we just done to them, Brent. 8 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first quarter. We
And
make a shift, and they're going to hand it off inside, but they're going to get blown dead. There's
For
going to
procedure.
be an illegal procedure, and I'll take a 1st and 15 against them all night long.
Absolutely. This
Let
is
them
not
play
a
behind the sticks.
not a throwing team. Coach Langford, in a conversation with him, said they're going to run it about 12 or 15 times for every pass attempt. This is the kind of team you want to put in a position on the scoreboard and on the down and distance to force them to throw the ball, because we do believe that our defensive backs are very good.
Well, they're taking the shoulder pads, looks like, off of Jesus down here on the sideline, so that may be his night. And
We just hope it's not his season, Reb.
I do too. That's what we're all hoping and praying.
We do have an off week next week, and there's a snap, and he hands it up the middle, and he falls down. No, he doesn't. I was looking at the fullback.
I was too.
Looks like it's not going to be as big a gain as I thought. They stopped him at they got about 5 yards back to the original line of scrimmage.
No,
I'm sorry, to the actual line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
I'm still looking at the fullback.
I was too. Actually, we dropped him for about a 1 yard gain.
It's going to be 2nd and 14 now for the Vidalia Indians.
They're going to put Jesus on the buggy, and we may be going for some x-rays or something to check up on him and see how he's doing. 8:02 left, 8:01. They hand it going wide. We've got it stopped.
Oh, what a great tackle by.
Yes.
Who comes across there? That's linebacker 33. I see the way he hops up and claps. That's
yeah, he did
KJ.
clap, but the one that really took his legs out from under him is old big number Shady.
At big numbers. He
Number
barely weighs
9.
what his number is. Multiply his number by 10, 90 pounds. He's probably 130 pounds sopping wet.
You know, if we had a player of the week last week, Shady may have been the player
He
of
would
the
have
week.
been.
Yeah.
Really come up big that last defensive stop that we had. We just wasn't able to capitalize
Their
on
big
on offense.
220-pound back doesn't want any more of our 145-pound defensive back.
That's right. Long receiver to the top this time in that wing T formation, and there's the snap. He's going to hand off as he comes back to this right side.
We got to stop him.
And we
He's
get
gonna
what
get
a
down.
great tackle there. It's going to be close to a first down.
I believe it's going to be a first.
I'm just glad he was able to tackle him.
He's cranking the clock. Yeah. We let him get to the edge on us. We had a good opportunity there.
7:08 remaining in this first quarter. The Raiders have already scored 7-0. Again, capitalizing on an early turnover by the Indians. And Rev said earlier in our intro that they have a 10-game winning streak. Now, folks, this goes all the way back to 1974, I believe. We've only faced them 13 times. We faced them the last 7 years, and we're 0-6 the last 6 years against them for sure in recent years. Got a chance tonight to – it looked like a little movement there. And there's a big shoestring tackle there by number
Dawson
1.
Murray.
Oh, that was Murray, the nose guard.
Yeah.
For about a 4-yard scamper there by one of the backs. And again, we're back at home, folks. I can't see the numbers as well. I do see 24. I think he may have got the carry there. He does run hard on a little bit of film I was able to watch.
They're big, Brent. Their running backs are big.
Yeah, well, look at the size of the quarterback.
Yeah,
he looks like a linebacker.
He ate a ham sandwich between warm-ups. That guy did.
Here we go. And they're going to cut it back up the middle. And, whew, boy, big, just a lot of blocking there going on. Another good tackle there by K.J. Brown to bring him down. But it's a first down up to the 44-yard line. 43.
That wing T's tough to stop.
You've got to hesitate just for a split second to see who's going to get the ball. And by that time, your butt might be blocked.
Yeah. We got KJ in the middle. KJ Castile tonight's kind of playing in the middle. He's clapping his hands. Nope. Now we moved him.
Biggest thing with this wing T and any option type offense is you got to stay your gap, play where you're supposed to be. You make your play, and hope your buddy makes his.
That's right.
And that's about about another 4 or 5 yard gain, 4-yard gain there for the Indians. It's going to be 2nd and 6. It looks like with 5:31 as it continues to run down. And I don't mind that clock running. This could be the quickest game in history.
As long as
we're on top at the end.
Exactly right. We got, we got second and about 6. 5:06 left. They're going to turn and fake it, and there he goes again. He's quick. He's fumbled the ball and picks it back up.
Wow, we had another opportunity right there. And that's what happens, and that scares me. You hear me on most occasions when we see a guy that's running down the field and just being tackled and he's still trying to get more, that's when that ball is stripped. That's when you lose the ball. I'm like, get down, get down.
Right now they've kind of got us on our heels a little bit. Not that they're necessarily overpowering us. They are just running at us and giving us not different formations, but a different back has got the ball every time they handing it off. So they're just coming at us from all areas. There goes that
up the middle. There's another good tackle there.
This time he didn't get but about 2.
Yeah. As he again, I'm not sure who got his. I'm just judging by one on the field. It may have been a nose guard again, number 44.
Yeah. And he's been getting 4, so maybe we can stop him right here. I don't look for him to try to throw the ball. I will say we don't need to go to sleep. We don't need to go to sleep on him.
Well, I like the fact that the Gondrick is out here on their lone receiver in case they decide to throw. They pitch it out wide.
And he's got
they got a blocker. Oh, what a big tackle by
who was
Castile.
Is that Castile?
I believe it was. It was. It's all the way across
on the
the
far
field.
Side. That may have been KJ Brown. It looked like the way the way he's walking back. You can tell it was him. He's all about business.
Man, what a great play! It's going to be about 3rd and 5. A chance for the Raiders here if they can stuff it.
Yes.
Me and you both thought that was going for at least a first down.
All
there,
of a
Rev.
sudden, his head snapped back. Ooh. Somebody brought the lumber.
Caught him between the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
3 minutes and 36 seconds. Man, this clock's just winding on down here. See if the Raiders can make a big stop here. Probably in 4th down territory, although, for the Vidalia Indians.
That is a good point, Brent.
And he hands it up the middle, and we.
He's dragging us.
Yeah, we just got to bring him down. Strip that ball if he's going to stand there. They blow the whistle. We're not able to bring him down. He's going to be a first down at the 30, the 29-yard line.
That was normally the time when we bring in Jesus, and they don't move him off the line like they're moving some of our other guys, and it's because he weighed 280 pounds.
You're right, Rev. Them guys they're and we say this every week because that's the way it is on our opponents. He's huge. These linemen are really big. I can tell you our guys are not real big, but they're strong and they're athletic. Sometimes you can win with leverage.
Yeah, you got to when you're smaller.
And he hands it right up the middle.
Big quarterback keeps it. He falls forward for about a 5-yard gain.
And he's not exaggerating when he says big. You're talking about probably somewhere around 6 foot, 6'1", 240, 235. He's a big youngin.
Most of the time you can look at and see the quarterback because he looks a little bit different physique-wise from the offensive lineman. This guy doesn't.
Nah.
He mixes right in there with the guards. They bring it up, and they've got twins to the near side, just kind of spreading us out a little bit.
Man, he's going to give it up the middle. We stuff it. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
That's our big linebacker right there, KJ Brown. He let him know where
sometimes
you might come in here, but you're going to pay for it.
Well, with this type of offense, it's like the offense we watched with Jeff Davis. And, if you pick your poison and if you commit to that gap, and if that's not the right one, we may be in trouble. But we picked the right gap that time and was able to get the stop. Sometimes you just got to, pull the trigger, as Coach Yates did that second half, and specifically the 4th quarter against Jeff Davis, and we just shut that down.
Right. And we have been a team of the second half. If we can hang around and, go in, we got a good feeling about our second half ability. Here he goes wide.
And we get the tackle. It's going to be 4th and about 4 again, maybe a long 3, Rev. What a great play. Again, probably field goal kicker's got a leg, but this could be 4-down territory for the Vidalia Indians. Let's see.
Yeah, I look for them to go 117, 116, 15, 7-0. Bacon County Red Raiders. And here they come out. Well, don't be surprised, team, if they try to get us to jump right here. They still haven't burned a timeout yet.
Under a minute here already in the first quarter.
Watch for the slant right here, Lagondrick.
Or the quarterback. Oh, and there we go.
We did it.
Unbelievable.
We did it.
And was that number? I won't call. I don't want to throw a kid under the bus, but yes, that's what we did, folks. We jump off sides when you know it's coming.
I can't believe that.
Well, again, that's part of some of the mistakes we've made early in this season that has costed us, Rev. Let's see if again our defense can.
I just don't understand why our defensive captains are not telling them what's going on. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump.
Yeah.
So,
well, if it's that frustrating for us up here in the booth, I can't imagine what it's like on the sideline.
Well, you know it. Everybody in the stadium knows it.
30 seconds. Fresh set of downs. We fire up the middle. Tailback runs through. He's going to get about 10 on the carry, maybe just 9.
Yeah. That was a huge play. And here again, an unforced error. Not something they beat us at. It's something we beat ourselves.
Make them earn it. Give them,
yes.
you know, they may got picked up the first down on that.
You can say they beat us.
That's right.
You don't walk away feeling like you give something away.
13 seconds. I'm not sure if they'll run another play here.
Yeah, I believe they're going to wait, just milk the clock.
8, 7, 6. Yeah, we're going to take it to the other end of the field, folks. As the first quarter comes to an end, your Red Raiders do take the lead, or have the lead, 7-0.
You're taking a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 93.5 The E.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hayes with our Bennett Johnson sideline report. What can you tell us, Joe, about Jesus, if you can tell us anything?
Well, it appears to be for ankle injury. They had to carry him on to the ambulance and get it seen about. He's in a pretty good bit of pain, so they thought it was serious enough to let's take him on to the hospital and get it checked out.
Oh, big tackle there by another linebacker for the Red Raiders, and that's K.J. Brown in there again.
Joe, what's the mood of the team down there? Just kind of business as usual?
So far, there's any time on the first series of any game, we're trying to adjust and get players in their right spots right now with what Vidalia's running at us. So, our defensive coordinator, he's trying to get communication out to our players and trying to get everybody adjusted a little bit and counter what they got coming at us.
Thank you, Joe. That's Joe Hayes with the Bennett Johnson sideline report.
3rd and 1 here is the call.
He's got a big hole.
Yeah, off that tackle position. He's going to
score.
Yeah,
that's going to be a touchdown.
I don't. It looked like a hold there to me on
did.
That inside, but it wasn't called. But nonetheless, that's going to be 6 points for Vidalia, and again, that's 7-6 right now. Looking at the extra point.
7-6, and 11 minutes and 14 seconds left in your second quarter, and they bring in a field goal kicker. These extra points can be huge tonight. Let's see what happens right here. They're going to snap it and kick it.
Oh,
and he barely gets
it through, but it's
good.
It don't matter. It can bounce in or over, bounce off somebody's helmet. It doesn't matter. 7-7 here. Early in the second quarter, as the first quarter just flew by, Rev.
Yep.
With time of possession going to Vidalia.
Big Trey Mobley, number 29, he's one of the ones that made a big stick just then. They went the other way, but Trey just became more and more valuable for us especially as a defensive lineman this year. Right now, with the condition where we got with Jesus, they've carried him up to the hospital, as you've heard, and they are going to put some X-rays on him and find out, make sure that he's all right. But it was not a good-looking injury. I've seen roll-ups before, and these things didn't look real good. I'm just praying for the best. Maybe he'll be out a week or so. Right now, Vidalia is about to kick off to us, and
if they're smart,
looks like they're going to directionally kick it. Yeah, they're going to try an onside kick.
Yeah, if I was every other team, I'd do it too, probably, with the way we've reacted the last couple of games to those attempts. But you can't imagine them kicking it deep to these three guys.
No,
I'd sure love to see them make the mistake, but there's that squib. And we do get on it at about the 40. It's a little dramatized there as we do touch it and kind of stop it, and then we're able to get on it. Good field position for the Red Raiders. That's the disadvantage when you attempt something like that. You're taking potentially 20 to 30 yards of play off the field defensively.
Yeah.
So we're going to take the field on about the 39-yard line.
And I'll take that field position all night.
And is that Jewel back in the game there for the Red Raiders?
I can't see right now.
Mannerisms, it looks like Jewel.
Yes,
and
it is. I was
number.
trying to pick him out.
So
he was over to the side. He wasn't behind the.
For the second series in a row, Jewel takes the field.
They don't want to do this all night. They don't want to have Legondrick on an island all night. I can tell you that.
And he throws it out, and he catches it, and he's going to make a move, and it's just a great tackle. I hope he's okay there as his leg kind of twisted awkwardly. He's going to have about a 3-yard gain. No, excuse me, about a 5-yard gain for the Red Raiders.
They give us that. They're going to give it to us all night. But they got a safety, too. It's playing 15 yards, about 14, 15 yards. He's walking up a little bit now, but he's a good 10 yards off the football.
And one to the top, one to the bottom. JP to the top. We're going to hand it to Madison up the middle. He cuts up straight up the middle, and he's going to lean forward for 10.
And he's holding on to that football
he certainly
for dear
is.
life.
Madison fumbled early in the game last week in our first series that we had the ball, and was 7 points come off of it. It's kind of like we did Vidalia tonight.
Yeah.
First down, Red Raiders.
We're on I'm sorry, Brent. We're on Vidalia's 47-yard line. We have crossed the midfield, so I'm sorry for interrupting.
No. That's fine, Rev.
We still learning each other.
That first playoff game will be perfect.
Yeah.
And there's a stuff up the middle there.
They just blitzed somebody from the edge.
Yeah.
Drove straight at his feet. He got up and he thinks he's done something. He made a tackle. Congratulations. You played defense. That's what you're supposed to do.
2nd and 10 now for the Raiders. A long 9 maybe for the Red Raiders. It's going to be single to the bottom, single to the top. We hadn't really spread them out yet, Rev. We've had 2 to the top, 2 to the wide, and run it, and we may end up having to do that as they continue to stack it up in the middle.
Yeah, they're going to keep walking up on us until we.
And there's a snap, and there's a
Legondrick. They're calling him false start on Legondrick. Sometimes you happen that when you get a different center in the game. Cadence gets a little bit different. It's just part of it.
And we failed to mention that again, offensively, we do have a new snapper or center.
But it is Andrew Bloodworth, a senior. He has played that position before.
2nd and 15 now for the Raiders, and they're going to hand it off to Madison. He cuts it up the middle, and he just gets back.
He's got to learn to hang on to
past the line of scrimmage.
He has got to learn to hang on to the football.
It's a big gain there, actually, on 2nd down. It's going to cut it over half. It should be about 3rd and 5, maybe, Rev.
Right. 3rd and
maybe
about
6.
6, yes.
3rd and 6 for the Red Raiders.
They've got 5 on the board, but it's looking like 6 from where I'm standing.
Need a first down here. Oh, and it's batted away by the big defensive end there. And it's going to be 4th down for the Red Raiders. What are we going to do here, Rev?
Looks like we're going to punt it.
Looks like it. 7-7, 9:13 on the clock. I sure like to see the Red Raiders extend this drive. Whether we got down and got points, I want clock to run off this thing because we know what Vidalia is going to attempt to do. They're going to just pound it all night.
Yeah. Our defense at some point is going to have to make a stop, and we had the opportunity twice. We had them in an opportunity. One time they went wide on us.
And boy, they're just mad dog coming, and this ball is going to hit the ground, and it's going to take a big Red Raider hop, and it's going to come down to about the 6-yard line is where our Red Raiders are going to down it. And that's just talk about flopping the field. If you're going to punt, That's what you want. You want to pin them deep inside the 10 and make them
go
the
94 yards.
Make them go the distance. That's right. And make them earn it.
That's right. So far, it's just two heavyweights swapping licks, and we drove the ball down their throat, didn't attempt to pass. We only had 40 yards to go, but they had a sustained drive with a couple of one big third down conversion, and then deep in our territory, and then we had an offsides where we jumped on 3rd and 4 down close, would have made them at least probably attempt a field goal, or they were going to call a timeout. They may have went for it.
Right.
But
that wing T, they hand it off to that last wing, and we're got to make a tackle here as he just keeps pushing and grinding for about 6, maybe 7 before they blow the whistle.
Sometime we got to quit diving for their legs, and we got to reach up and stick our helmet in their chest at some point. Right now we're just kind of diving at their legs, and these big backs are just pushing us back.
Toombs County 10, Jeff Davis 0, early second quarter there.
I thought that was going to be about what you got. Jeff Davis's defense is a little bit suspect.
And being offensively one-dimensional as they were against us, at least, it's going to be tough for them to come back from a major deficit if they get too far behind.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Second and about 2.
Handed up the middle.
And they're going to get a first down.
At about the 19-yard line.
Reminds me a little bit of the way that Toombs was running the ball. They wasn't breaking out for 10 or 15 yards. They were just getting 4 and 5 and 6 yards clip.
Well, over there, and the thing was is you knew who was getting it. Right here, there could be 2 or 3 different backs that could get it and go in different ways.
They're running everything they've got at us. They're going wide. They're running off tackle. They're running behind the center. Their quarterback's kept it one time. They're making us play true. We can't. They're going to try to take the blitz away from us. There goes the quarterback, and he pulls it, and he's going to fall forward for about 6-yard gain, maybe a 7-yard gain.
Not a big play offense like we've seen in the past from Vidalia. Now, that don't mean that one of these we're going to break a crease and run it 60, 75 yards, but they're not looking for a big play, are they, Rev? They're looking for 5, 6, 7, 8 yards in this offense.
I mean, I'm sure they'll take a play if they get it.
Certainly.
But that's not what they're not going to throw the ball up. They're looking for somebody possibly to break the line of scrimmage and for a big play, but they're happy with 5 yards a clip. I would be too. And there he goes. The hands a buck sweep, and we're there. We just don't make the tackle.
That's right. We had him at the line of scrimmage or an opportunity. He's going to gain 5 yards again, as that's about their average.
And there was just a misplay by our defensive end. He's there. He just reaches out to try to hand tackle, and you're not going to do that.
Not to these guys.
No, you can't hand tackle. You got to stick it. You got to be quick enough to stick it. And in fairness to him, he's coming off of a block. But you got to be able to react, and you got to react fast.
Did they move the chains there, Rev?
Yes.
Okay, I was wondering why the clock was stopped. Under 7 minutes now in the second quarter.
We just don't need them to score right.
That's correct. We need to make a play here.
Man,
he's coming wide.
Everywhere.
And surprisingly enough, usually on that outside sweep like that, I look for somebody's got to be holding somewhere, especially with as many white jerseys as they had standing up on that play. But maybe we'll get a call here. Well, that's what we got to keep them long yardage and the latter downs.
Well, Garrett Anderson, one of our better outside linebackers, has out of the game. Then he was getting a helmet adjustment. Something happened to his helmet, and they went where he wasn't. Just a good play call.
And here's a snap.
And we're going to hand it wide. We got it.
Yes,
strung
yes,
out.
we sure did. What a great play there by the inside guy. I believe that was that 44? No, was that a corner? If I can get a number, I see him walking there.
Was that Will Richardson?
Number 50, is that 51, excuse me. I think that was Bloodworth.
Okay.
Smelled that out. And that's what we got to do. It's 3rd and 6 now. If the Raiders could make another play like that, and this really, if they could just keep them from getting a first down here, you've got to think it's punting territory here for the Indians on the 35-yard line.
They're going to bunch up close. We need to be careful about jumping off sides right here. They're going to hand it back inside.
Inside.
And he fumbles it.
And the Raiders going to
No, he's going to get back on it.
But we're going to take over. It's going to be 4th down at about 10 now as they lose 5, maybe 6 yards on that play.
We called for a stop, and that's what
and we got it. One way or another, we got it. And this is what I like, is this puts the ball hopefully in the hands of, again, I think the most exciting player in Region 2 AA. I believe also maybe one of the most exciting players in all of the state. He's been stifled a little bit recently. They're covering him. They're double covering as the safeties are coming over, and we haven't been able to get the ball to him like we have the first 4 games of the season. But this young man is truly electrifying, and Legondrick Snell. So we hope he'll have an opportunity here to get his hands on the ball to get a good return for the Red Raiders, which we should be in relatively good field position unless this guy gets off a 60-yarder. And here's the snap and the good hold.
That was a good snap.
And a pretty good punt. Legondrick's going to
call a fair catch.
And he does. We're going to get the ball on about the 38-yard line. 37, right on the 37. And Red Raiders have got an opportunity now with 4 minutes and 23 seconds to, again, go down the field, score. We get the ball back in the second half, and we're in business, Rev.
The thing that I'm not discouraged about, I don't know if we're just trying to hold off to the second half, but we don't seem to have a bounce in our step right now offensively. We seem to be a little bit flat-footed. We don't seem to have that excitement. I don't know if it was the injury to Jesus. We had it that first series. I don't know if people's worried about him, but that's football. You got to get going.
This young man on this end looked like he was lined up offside. Madison cuts back for about 5 right up the middle, and he's leaning. Oh, what a great push.
Great
That's
run.
Almost 9 yards for the Red Raiders.
I like it.
Boy, our offensive line just kept driving there, Rev.
When Brent, it sounds like I'm questioning the coaching. This is not a coaching decision, but when do you think we're going to try to run Bell any?
You know,
I just wonder.
I don't think, I've heard Kirby Smart talk about this after games when they ask him about players and this, and let me comment after this play.
We have went to
twins to the top and bottom. And there's the handoff up to Madison. He gets another 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah.
But it's about their play at practice. And again, I don't know all the details, but I just know that if when he shows that he's capable at the practice level, I think he's going to get his chance during the game. That's the bottom line, Rev.
First down, Red Raiders, and we're now across the midfield. We're on Vidalia's 49-yard line. We just need to take advantage here. We had a 0 play on first down last time we crossed. They dove into Madison's feet, and then we had a penalty, and we had to wind up punting the ball.
3 to the top. They're going to hand it to Madison.
We got another 0 play. Slipped down trying to make a cut.
It's going to be second and about 10.
11.
Yeah, I think they're going to give us yep, you're right, about a half a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a long 10.
Now's when we need to throw the ball. We don't need to wait till it's third down. We got trips to the top. We got a single guy out here in KJ Castile, and he can fly. And we like to throw the home run ball. This would be the time to do it.
And here's the screen to the wide receiver, but there's no block there, but he makes the tackle, and it's going to be only for about a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Red Raiders now.
I'd run the same formation, run KJ. Dawson throws a very good long ball, and I'd run Castile down the middle. They're going to bring somebody else in now. Oh, and I would pick on him.
Yeah.
They may be going to twins. I'm sorry, to cover 2. Might be what they're fixing to try to go to a cover 2.
We are 2 wide, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Madison in the backfield with Jewell in the shotgun. Takes the snap. It's going to be a rollout pass to the right. There's a hold, I got a feeling, on the Red Raiders.
Got another one in the middle of the field. And evidently we had a bad hold. They're going to decline it and make us punt it. I guarantee it.
Do they have the choice here?
I would think so. Depends on what both calls are. Holding against us, declined. It's punting time.
There you go. So it's going to be 4th down and about 10 for the Red Raiders. And we're going to have to get one off here with 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Again, we're not able to overcome a first down mistake.
Breakdown there.
Breakdown. I don't think it was a mistake. It was just a breakdown.
And I'm like you, Red. We're just almost a little too methodical. We're a little too slow on offense here.
And even our fans are just sitting there tonight.
Yeah, we can't. We're going to raise the windows in the second half. And here's the punt, and he gets it off, and it's a good one. And he's, I tell you, that's close for him to. He stopped that ball. Great play by the young man because if he had not got in front of it and made the catch at the 22-yard line, that ball probably would have scampered inside the 10 again.
Ronaldo Juarez is the one that hit the ball, kicked it, punted it, and the ball didn't just. It was a good punt, but it didn't turn over like some of his does, or it would have pushed him back. Would have pushed him back even farther. They got it on the 21, 22-yard line, I think.
Yes,
said.
it
2:07 left. If we can keep them from a big play right here, we may go into this first half tied 7-7.
Single receiver to the bottom. And, again, that wing T formation. And he's going to hand it up the middle, and he cuts back. And there's a big hit by Shady. He gets his head in there and makes the stop, and his buddies pile on to bring him down after about a 7-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 2, I believe, for the Red Raiders. Again, I want that clock to run now for sure, Rev, and Vidalia's in no hurry.
No, they're not. They're happy with the 7-7 score at half.
Vidalia in a slobber knocker last week in the first half with Benedictine, and Benedictine able to pull away the second half from them. 1:37 remaining. We stepping up, looking for a big, and here goes the throw. Overthrown. He was open.
Yeah.
Just overthrown by you can tell it didn't look comfortable. It really didn't, Rev.
No.
And they took a shot right there. It's 3rd and 2. You got to think they'll probably try and run for a first down here. They don't want to give the ball back to us. If they can get another first down, they maybe just eat the clock and like you said, just kind of be happy with the 7-7 here. Again, the Raiders will receive the opening kickoff in the second half, which we have had some poor luck with that the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're not going to try to kick it deep to us, and if I'm watching film, I kick it down. And even after the first kick they kicked it, and we hit it and we didn't recover it cleanly. But
and there's
we
stop him. They're going to have to punt. Call a timeout, Coach. It's going to be 4th down and about 1.
Boy, Coach Willis Yates, our defensive coordinator,
he's fired up right there now.
I don't know who that was. Is that Andrew?
And if we get a good spot here, again, it's a solid yard short.
Yeah.
And it don't matter how short it is. They're not going to try to go for it in this point of the field, but who knows? They're going to take a timeout on the field, Red Raiders are, and hopefully we're going to get this ball back with 4th and 1.
We're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to Red Raider Radio on 93. Welcome back, everybody. We've got 4th and 1. Nope, I was going to see they may have just took a quarterback snap and tried to push it forward for the first down. But they're going to punt it.
I don't think maybe later in the game you would see something there, but this early, Rev, I would have been shocked for that because if they don't get it, then we're in shooting distance. We got 1:21 with 2 timeouts.
Well, you're snapping and you're punting the ball. And
there's a good punt, and Gondrick is going to call for a fair catch, and we're going. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
And he's going to be tackled on about the 35-yard line. That's pretty courageous, and a late block coming in there. And there's a flag. I think it's going to be a flag on Vidalia actually, unless that's a late flag on what happened at the end. It was very close. We had a guy come in and iffy little push there late by one of our players.
I'm going to be shocked.
But it's the second guy that usually gets the call, and I'm hoping that's who it is, Rev, and that's going to be a huge penalty for one team or the other. Really huge for them. Personal foul.
It's us.
Oh boy. And they're not. But you got to do something about the young man chasing our guy down the field. One of their players had to stop him.
Well, the thing is, we hit him in the back. What I saw was we hit him in the back.
What was the call? A block in the back or an unsportsmanlike?
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike.
Irregardless, it was poor play for the Red Raiders. We have 1:11. I know we got a 2-minute offense. Let's see if we got 1:11 offense here. It's going to be Jewel in the game again for the third series of this game. We got 80 yards to go, Rev, which we got the talent to do it in about 8 or 10 seconds here. Let's see what happens. 3 wide to the top, 1 to the bottom. Jewell is going to hand it off, and he just runs right into the back of one of our other guys. Going to get about 6 yards, 5 yards on the carry from Madison.
We may have tried to chunk it around the field, but that penalty may have put us in a position where we're just going to let it run.
58 seconds. Yeah, if you go deep here, if you get an interception, it's potentially returnable, but you got to think Langford's going to take a shot here.
I'm going down here. I'm going with KJ Castile right here. That's where I'm
throwing. Pump fake to the left, look left, and then throw right.
Yeah.
Get that safety maybe off a little bit there, and Jewell's going to run it, and there's a linebacker waiting on him, but he's going to get the first down. The clock should stop at 37.7. We have 2 timeouts. Again, only 37 seconds. But if we're going to get anywhere near field goal range, we're going to have to throw the ball down the field.
There's no doubt about it. And I don't know that we're going to be willing to do that. They're calling some play.
Well, if you throw it far enough, it's as good as a punt if you can get the coverage if it happens to be intercepted. But I like our chances with these receivers, with Castile or Snell. And we're going to hand it off up the middle, and that's probably going to do it with 28 seconds left on the clock. Get about another 7-yard gain, which Madison has
we just called a timeout.
About 60 yards tonight already with 27.7.
And I don't know what the coach is going to call right here. I have no idea. You know, Vidalia is not exactly running off the field. But we need to take advantage. We don't need to let them boys get any fire. We need to come out with some fire in our belly this second half.
I agree. And
there ain't a thing we can do about KJ's injury.
Or
Jesus' injury.
Rev, you mentioned maybe before the injury too. We didn't have a lot of fire in our step on offense. We're moving around on defense. I'll give it that. But offensively, we're just almost too methodical. We're not hopping around like I would like to see us.
We're too senior laden on our team to be sloppy in the C or to be
6 games into the season to be making some of the mistakes that we're making.
What I was really talking about is as important as game is to be as lackadaisical.
Right, I understand.
You know,
that's correct.
We need to be fired. If we're getting beat and we're still playing with passion, there's only 1 or 2 or 3 of our players that seem like they're just really getting after it.
And there goes the pass down the sideline, and we got our man, and he makes the catch, and he gets out of bounds at the 30-yard line, Rev. We are in field goal range with another maybe – let's see, from 30, 40.
That may be the prettiest pass I've thrown, and Jewell's thrown some beautiful ones.
Well,
that was perfect.
Down the sideline to the 31-yard line. I know Ronaldo hit a 54-yarder at practice the other day. If we can get just a few more yards, we could have a chance here. I don't know if he won't throw it to the end zone right here, some type of slant. We got a timeout by Daya. As Rev, they look a little tired on defense. I'm not sure why, because their offense has been on the field majority of the first half.
Well, they're 1-3, and that's what I keep talking about.
Yeah.
They don't feel like they can win, and we don't let them. We don't need to give them that opportunity to make them feel like they can win.
Well,
but I want to go back to that pass. Jewell dropped that ball on the dime in a perfect position where their defensive back had no
chance.
Over the outside shoulder, our receiver took 1 step and went out of bounds. It was a perfectly thrown ball, and pick your poison. If you're gonna try to just play single coverage on Castile and double up Legondrick, then we'll go to Castile. Same way with Peterson. Same way our big player last week was Shady right down the seam.
That's right.
Playing him in the slot.
I like a seam play right here.
Oh, don't you?
I like it right here.
Especially on the man that he's lined up on right here.
It's too wide to the top and bottom, and there's the snap. He rolls to his left. He's
Peterson.
Wide. Peterson was wide open, and there's the
interception.
Peterson was wide open. This guy's going to run it back to the 20. He's going to come back another. There's a block. We got to run him down to the sideline, and he gets out of bounds with about 9.4 seconds. Wow, he predetermined who he was going to throw it to, Rev.
Exactly, and Peterson
he stared him
wide
down, and he. Well, that receiver Shady, which was Shady. I just said I'd like to see that seam, and he run right down the hash mark there. If he hadn't overthrown him, it may have been a good play, but Peterson was absolutely wide open.
It's what you said. He had already made up in his mind where he was going with the football because we threw a touchdown that very play last week against Vidalia, or Cooper did. And now we're just going to take a knee with 9 seconds left. Want you to be sure and stay tuned for our Huddle Up Senior Spotlight, and we appreciate all that they do in our Richmond Baking halftime show. Richmond Baking, man, I can't say enough about them as sponsors. Appreciate all of our sponsors, the Pineland Bank, McDonald's, Bacon County Hospital, Sips and Such Cafe, Burt CPA, DQ Group.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Motor in town has also become a nickname for Detroit. Motown played an important role in the racial integration of popular music as an African-American owned record label that achieved significant crossover success. Drum majors, Trayvon Williams and Amelia Coulter. It's the band ready. On this year, the soundtrack will take you on a Name That Tune adventure of top Motown hits. Our Act 1 features a few songs by mega group The Temptations. See if you can make out three different songs. on and show them some love. Motown incorporated several female acts and turned down them into household names. Here's the montage of songs by Gladys Knight, The Marvelettes, and of course the Supremes, with a little bit of Smokey Robinson. And these next two artists got their start at Motown as young kids, but moved on to other labels as their careers developed. Here are the Jackson 5 and Stevie Wonder with I Want You Back in Superstition. Come on, let's hear it one more time for the Sound Tribe. We would like to thank Hardware Pizza, Paul Thickpen, and RJ Pope for their support of the Sound Tribe. Thank you and good night.
Come on, everybody, let's give Vidalia a round of applause. And thank you for your Motown show. Alma, Georgia, are you ready? your hands together for your Bacon County Raider Regiment. We want to take this time and thank Shady Grove Baptist Church for feeding our wonderful students on today. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Under the direction of Mr. Will Garrett, Assistant Director Jamie Garrett, Percussion Instructor Malachi Christopher, God Instructor Rachel Seifels. The band will be performing their show, Fire, which includes Burn by Ellie Goulding, and This Girl Is on Fire by Alicia Keys, and Just Like Fire by Pink. Drum majors are Michaela Taylor and Carly Vaughn. Band, check up. Band, check up. Drum majors, is your band ready? You may now take the field for your performance. Put your hands together for your Bacon County Raider Regiment.
Ladies and gentlemen, Monday, October the 2nd, the Bacon County girls softball will host Mentor in the second round of the region playoffs. Game 1 will be at 4 o'clock, Game 2 at 6 o'clock, and the fifth game will be Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Admission will be $7 on Monday, $5 on Tuesday, and all passes, local passes, will be accepted. Also, the Raiders would like to take an opportunity to wish Ms. Libby Monyer happy birthday.
Welcome back, everybody, to Red Raider Radio here, high atop Bacon County Field, Red Raider Field here in Bacon County High School. Your score here is 7-7 between Vidalia Indians and Bacon County Red Raiders. Bacon County struck early after a fumble on the very first play of the game by Vidalia Indians. We got it on Vidalia's 40-yard line, and after a 7 or 8 yard series, we went in to score and punched it in. And then Vidalia came back and tied the score 7-7. And towards the end of the first half, with just a few seconds left, quarterback Dawson Jewell overlooked a wide open J.P. Peterson on the sideline and threw into double coverage. And Vidalia intercepted the ball inside or at the goal line inside the end zone, returned it out, and that basically ended the first half. Some scores from around the area. Over in Tift County, it's Fitzgerald 14, Tift County 13. A little bit of a surprise there. Tift County upset Coffee last week with some controversial issues surrounding a field goal. There were 3 penalties back-to-back, which moved Tift County closer to the field goal attempt, and they kicked the ball all 3 times. 2 times they missed it, and third time hit it to beat Coffee late in the game. They're behind Fitzgerald not right now, 14-13, and probably one of the single A games of the week. Irwin County is ahead of Charlton County, 21-7. Ware County is taking it on the chin against Lowndes County, 20-6, and 10-0. Toombs County is ahead of Jeff Davis in Region 2 AA. In our own region, Region 2 AA football. Clinch County is up 28-7 over Atkinson County. And Americus is 18-0 over Cairo, 18-7, I'm sorry. And that just about rounds up some of the scores that I'm looking as I'm scrolling on my Twitter account to find out. Brent, let me get your idea of what took place in the first half.
Well, Rev, you summed it up pretty well. I'm looking forward, literally, to the second half because of our resilience that we've shown all season long up to this point. Even last week in defeat, we played hard. We didn't quit. We had kids flying to the ball on defense, and defensively we have won ball games. We held Toombs to 3 points in that second half, and we gave them 10 points on turnovers. Exactly. So we scored 14 points. Possibly they should have only scored 7, and so that's what I like. We're lined up here to receive the kick, and here it comes. We'll let you have the call there.
Well, Vidalia is about to kick the ball off to us, and we've got our normal setup. I don't know if they're going to try to kick it deep. This has been an adventure, but it looks like we're ready for any type of onside kick, and he's going to kick the ball deep. And you know what? He drills it through the end zone.
He sure does.
That's a weapon there.
A little unorthodox. Look like a straight toe kicker there.
He is a straight toe. And that was number 24. He's one of their big running backs, too. He's Mr. Everything for them. His name is Tyshawn Powell. He's an 11th grader. The big Nasir Wagner, number 5, their big linebacker. He's not played a lot in the first half. I don't know if he's dealing with injury. I see him out there again, but I saw him kind of hobbled a little bit. He's got both ankles taped up pretty heavy. So
I believe we see Cooper Brown in the game for the first time tonight as he hands it to Madison. It's going to be just we
got whipped on the line of scrimmage.
We did, time. And really by one young man right there. What's his number?
Number 56 for them is Jalen Clements. He is a junior. He just whipped our offensive tackle and shed him off and held us to a 2-yard loss.
Will be second and 11. We've got it on the board there. A long 11, 2 wide to the top, 1 to the bottom, and he's going to roll out. Make a throw to the sideline just over his head. This is not exactly how we envision this second half starting.
No,
2 quick plays.
First down right here.
It's now 3rd and 11 in a passing down situation. This is the first time we've seen Cooper Brown tonight. Normally the 2 quarterbacks rotate. I'm not sure if they're rotating halves this game or not. We'll find out our next offensive possession. But, again, Cooper comes in. I wouldn't say necessarily cold turkey because he warmed up a moment ago, but we got 2 to the top, single to the bottom. Madison in the backfield. Got to look for a pass here. And there's a screen over to Madison, but there's a tackler there, and he's unable to shed him. He's going to get about a 2-yard gain, and it's going to be a 3 and out for the Red Raiders with 11:14 remaining.
That is not what we needed right there. And looks like Vidalia's come out and thrown the first punch. And we may have a fight on our hands here. We may have made believers out of them with that interception late in the first half. Bacon County, we've got every opportunity to come out of here a winner tonight. I think if we play our game, I think we can come out on top. But we're going to have to show a little bit more fire and passion.
There's some movement. That looked like offsides, and that's a great punt. Is this going to bounce and get a big Raider bounce, and he's going to field it, and we lay the wood there. He gets about a 1-yard gain because he just falls forward. They're going to take over on the 45-yard line, which is going to be pretty good field position for this this no-nonsense type of offense that Vidalia brings to the table here, this wing T, which we've seen a couple weeks, really 3 weeks with Berry and County and Jeff Davis. We've been able to handle those 2 teams in the second half, so we're just going to see, again, if we can take that punch that they're going to have for us right here, Rev.
Yep, that's what we're going to have to do. We need to make a statement on our defense early. And
this style of offense, we talked about it a couple weeks ago in Jeff Davis, that you struggle whether to attack it defensively and make something happen, give them long distance on downs. Oh, and a shoestring tackle there.
Shady came in and knocked him off his feet. That's the kind of adjustments that we're used to seeing out of defense coordinator Willis Yates.
And that's no gain, maybe a football length.
Maybe.
Well, I take that back. I'm looking at the
sticks. Maybe
that's
a yard
still
gain.
That's not quite a yard though.
Yeah.
About a half a yard gain there. Another, you said Shady flying in there from that corner position.
You know where they got the yeah. Now he finally gets it.
They got there's no wide receivers in this set. They're going to pound it right up. There goes the quarterback as he keeps it for about 4. It's going to be 3rd and a long 4, I think, after maybe 4 or 5 yard gain there.
Yeah, looks like he may have it.
Good spot for us.
Yeah, marked dead on the 5 or 50-yard lines, which is going to make it a 3rd and a 5. In fact, the sticks is just a little bit, according to the way it's marked on the line, is just a little bit past the 50. If the nose, or a little bit past the 45-yard line, if the nose of the football is sitting on the 45, they're going to be short.
Big opportunity for the Red Raiders here to make a stop for themselves. Let's see if they get that sweep. Can they stop it? And he keeps pushing and pushing.
He may have got it.
It's just according to where he spot him out of bounds.
He'll spot him a little short, but they're going to go for it.
I mean, just a little short. You called it a moment ago. If the nose of the ball is, or if the ball is on the 45, they'll be shy of a first down. But it's going to be close. They're over there by the stick, so they'll know. And I believe it's going to be a little short. It's going to be fourth, and you're talking a football length.
Yeah.
And you got to think they're going to try and lean on us right here. Rev,
there's no doubt about it.
You try to shoot a couple gaps here and make something happen, or what here, Rev?
Well, that's what I'm going to try to do, but with a 240-pound, unless there's a bad snap or something with a 240-pound quarterback, it's going to be, and a big fullback to push him, it's going to be tough to stop him right here.
Well, here's the fourth down play. If we don't jump off sides, which we don't, and he leans forward for the first down.
Yeah.
And is there no, that was a shadow I saw. I was hoping for a flag.
You know, there's two or three times it looks like the flags are being thrown from up here.
On that other side, from the back judge behind the offense, but it wasn't. But I was about to say, before that play, how many times at any level you see when it's fourth and short that somebody just busts through that line because there's no one there in that second and third level to make the tackle, and they're off to the races.
We see it all the time. You're right. I'm not sure a big quarterback here could run it all
Probably
the way.
not.
Not without stopping and taking a sandwich break.
First down at the 45 for the Indians. Ground and pound. Where the up back, he cuts it outside. He's going to get 6, 7. He's just dragging Red Raiders. This is going to be about a 15, 16-yard gain.
Yeah, that was a big play for them. That was the biggest play of the night for them. So we just they're on our 30-yard line. We just need to stop them here. We got to do something to stop them.
Keep them out of the end zone. Force a field goal attempt. 8 minutes and 39 seconds. That clock is running. It's not going to take long for this game to be over with.
No, man, not the way you run the football here, and we're a run-heavy team. And our biggest nemesis so far has been our first down play recently. There goes our quarterback. And they're just big, man. And they're falling forward, and they're falling forward for 5 yards. I mean, we hit them. We're just not able to get them stopped. They're getting push on us, and they're getting behind that big offensive line and those big running backs, and they're pushing. They're not trying to be pretty. They're just out there to try to win this football game. And they're on our 25.5-yard line, and which is going to put them about second and a short 6. Second and short 6.
Somebody needs to put a helmet on the ball because this tight formation, they're not throwing. They're just going to lean on us, and they pitch it wide
and got
a blocker.
People out there, and there
cuts
he goes.
It up.
Yeah.
Tackle late, or really didn't tackle him. We pushed him out of bounds after about a 12, 15-yard gain. It's going to be first down from about the 12-yard line for the Vidalia Indians. And, again, not what we were hoping for. A 3-and-out for the Red Raiders as they received the opening kickoff for the second half. And then we punted. Vidalia with good field positioning starting on their own 45, and they are going down the field methodically. Again, 7:37 on the clock. It finally stops.
Yeah.
And it's going to be first down, and it's going to be a
timeout.
timeout.
Out of bounds. Timeout for us.
It did.
We're
that's
about
right.
to have some church.
They did go out of bounds.
We're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle. this year. We want to thank Pro Vinyl, Advantage South, Country Financial, F&B South of Alma, Associates in the Local Government Assistance, Brantley Printing and Office Supply, First Baptist Church of Alma, and Southern Star Saddles and Tack. We want to thank some of our ATC. We want to thank them, ATC Broadband. Appreciate all that they do, some of our big sponsors.
1:45, and this third quarter is going to be over. They're going to take over, and there's finally a penalty on Vidalia, I believe, as a false start, and that's only their second penalty of the game, I believe, Rev. And the Raiders has only had, I think, maybe 3 or 4, but they just been at those inopportune times.
They were about to throw the football then. That quarterback actually made fake, and he was about to throw the football. And now they've called another play, but it's 1st and 15, and we need to take advantage of this.
Absolutely.
Right
1st and 15. You got to think they're probably going to run the ball. And if we can, they're in a tight formation here, no receivers.
Our defensive backs need to make sure that nobody sneaks out on them. He's going to
And
throw
they
it.
do. And he overthrows.
Yeah.
Again, they're not comfortable doing this. It's pretty obvious.
And I like 2nd and 15, don't you?
Oh, boy. Because absolutely. Especially down when the ball's being spotted on about the 10-yard line, really the 9-yard line.
Giving us a little bit of time, minute and 39 seconds left.
Barring a major mistake here by the Red Raiders, again, they're averaging about 5 yards a carry. We should be able to hold them to a punt, Rev.
I would hope so.
But statistically, proves it. But we'll see what happens.
Come on, guys. Rise up right here. Come on,
Wing T tight formation.
Pitch it out wide, and that's been our nemesis.
Oh my goodness. Just a monster hit there.
Oh, my goodness.
Who made that play, Rev?
That was K.J. Brown.
I mean, that was what you call a decleater.
That was slobber knocker. That guy's going to remember that one next time he tries to run through that hole. I can tell you that.
Woo.
K.J. kind of slid over, scraped is what we would call it, scraped as his job is in a linebacker, and when the tailback cut back in, he was there saying hello.
Rev, I like 3rd and 13 pretty good, too.
Yeah, I'll take that, too. Minute 7, minute 6. They're on our 16-yard line.
Another tight formation.
11-yard line.
Just don't want a penalty. No penalty here. 3rd and 13, 56 seconds, under a minute. And there's a sally back over. There's a flag. It's going to back them up.
We'll take it. I like 3rd and 18 better.
I wish it was, it's one of them penalties that we could decline and make it 4th down, but it's not. It's a procedure. So
what I'm hoping now is a snap over the punter's head through the back of the end zone, safety, and we get the ball back. How about that? That's a good call. Will you take that call?
I'll take it.
Will you agree with me?
I'll
the
agree
only
with
thing
you.
that would be better is he drops it, we recover it in the end zone for a touchdown.
Big hits. I'm still looking for a helmet on a ball, Maybe we fall on it for a touchdown. I want to, at the very least, I want to punt here, Rev. We need the ball back and would likely get it inside our own 50. And here's the snap. Wing T tight formation. See if they play it safe here and just run it. And they do hand it off. And there's a big tackle for about a 2-yard gain. There's going to be a punt with about 30 seconds on the clock now as it continues to run. They're going to
tackle by Bodie Metters.
They're going to have to get the play off.
Let's see.
No, they're not, because they're not running the play clock, which I'm not sure why they didn't start it back. I guess they do that on the whistle. But they never started the play clock. There was plenty of time to do it, but they're going to let this time run out, and we're going to swap ends of the field, and we're going to be able to take a break and get some of those sponsors in.
We're going to take a Burt CPA. There after a home game, Huddle House is packed. That means they're still selling cheeseburgers and grits and eggs. Be sure.
Ooh, grits and eggs. That's
Don't
my
that sound good, man?
My wife would be like, hey, meet me at the Huddle House after the game, you know.
That sure sounds good. I want to thank Burt CPA, Lamar's Pharmacy. They did the coaches interview and the pregame show. We want to thank James Jordan and all the folks at Lamar's Pharmacy. Reggie's Paint and Body Shop. Want to thank them. They do our coin toss, and they're one of our new sponsors. We appreciate them. And Richmond Baking does the halftime show every week. We appreciate all of them.
Man,
it's fourth down and what is it? Fourth and about 16.
Yes,
something like
that.
that.
And they're punting. Rev, you don't want to put a block on here for any chance of a type of penalty, do you? You want to set up a return here for Legendre because his feet are on the 45.
Well, yeah, I think so. And we may get a squib kick. You know, we don't know what's going to happen. They're kind of shifting to us to try to keep us from coming in.
Here comes the snap, and it's pretty good. He's going to get it away, and it's a wobbler.
And
Legendre,
great.
He does make the catch on about the 34-yard line.
You called it.
Ooh, boy, you talking about flipping the field.
Man, that was good.
The Raiders go from we actually got the ball down inside about the 35 to the 40-yard line when we had to punt before, but just great field position. We have to take advantage as we start the fourth quarter, 11:52. Just got to get it in the end zone if we can. I just don't think 3 points is enough for this Red Raiders.
Looking over the field, I really think our matchup is with JP and this White or this defensive back that's trying to cover him. I think that's where our matchup is. I think that's where we can win as far as wideouts.
Jewell at the quarterback. He hands it to Madison, cuts up the middle for about 10.
Yes, sir. You called it, 10 yards.
It's going to be a Red Raider. Well, it's going to be just shy of a Red Raider first down.
It's going to be 9 yards where they marked it.
11:40. Now, I want that clock to tick, 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 especially if we can move.
We can score. We can score right here.
Score.
We're in good
3
position.
wide to the top. This is our most successful formation, whether we're running or passing. There's a snap to Jewell. He's going to hand it off again up the middle. Oh, and he drags another guy for 7-8 yards for a first down for the Red Raiders, and it is about an 8 to 9 yard gain down to the 15-yard line is where they're going to spot it.
We just got to hang on to the football. Madison, put both hands on that ball, baby.
Well, we're pushing that team around right now like we haven't done the whole game, Rev.
That's the truth.
I don't know. I like it, though. I can't hardly describe it. But once again, maybe we found that weak spot. There's 4 yards again for Madison.
That's right.
Maybe 3.
And we're on the 11-yard line now. We're sorry we don't give you the yard marker as much as we normally do or should do, but we're on our on Vidalia's 11-yard line, and I'm telling you, now we're the ones that's getting 8, 10, 4, 5, 6 yards a clip. Just hang on to the football, baby. Just hang on to the football.
And he hands it off to Madison again. Cuts up the middle for about 2.
One ankle tackle away from busting into the end zone there.
I thought he was going to – I actually thought not walk in, but I thought he was going to get past that second level, but somebody just grabbed his ankle. You're right, Rev, with 10:36 remaining.
This might not be a bad time to call a timeout, and I know that I'm talking out sound crazy, but Madison's got his hands on his hips. He's a tired young man right now. He's run the ball probably 25 times already tonight.
I don't think we're kicking a field goal down here, Rev. And he hands it to Madison. He's going to push and tug and leans forward for about a yard. It's going to be 4th and about, well, he got a little more than I thought. He got about 4th and 3 now. What's the Red Raiders do here?
I don't know. That's why they pay the coaches.
We got a kicker that can definitely get it done. You know, you got to think, Rev, if they were looking for a field goal, they may have ran it toward the middle of the field,
right?
Because we're on this left hash mark. But how many plays of the games have we had this season, you know, where we thought maybe this could be it? This could be the play that puts us over the top. 3 wide. We're going to get a timeout by the Red Raiders.
No timeout by Vidalia.
By the Vidalia. That's even better.
Yeah, we're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 93. They head back to the middle of the field. We are on our own. The ball is just inside Vidalia's 12-yard line, and we have got to get to just the other side of the 10-yard line. I'm sorry, of the 5-yard line. We are on not the 9. We are on the 6-yard line, just inside the 7-yard line. I'm sorry.
Jewel takes the snap, throws out to the wide receiver, and he's going to fall down. Rev, that's a play that I just don't care for. When you there's too much motion there, too many things are happening when you're just trying to get 2 yards. I'd rather have handed it off again. He gets paid the big bucks to do it. And McGondrick slipped just a little bit on the turf, but I'm still not sure if he gets the first down because he starts 4, maybe 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage when he catches it. But anyway, the Raiders are going to lose the ball here on downs on the 13-yard line, and we actually give them about 5 yards on the play. So it's nearly a 5-yard loss there, or a 4-yard loss on that play. So Vidalia's just got to grind it out for 9 minutes and 42 seconds, and they get a 10-7 win. We've got to bear down here, and which we do on that line of scrimmage. Our defense is push until the whistle blows.
They got about a 1-yard gain. Ball's not bouncing our way right now. Our defense keeps having to come up. Our offense is going to have to do something. Well, it seems like if we can't get that 3 or 4 yards, we can't overcome. We just can't overcome it. They make that one big stop, and it throws us out of our wheelhouse a little bit. We can't keep our motion going. We can't keep our momentum going.
The only thing I would give Coach on that, and he's trying to put the ball in his best player's hands, but at that moment, I just question whether it might have been Madison. 8:57, under 9 minutes now, and again, comes to that wide side. A big tackle
by Garrett Anderson.
Wow, he just comes in and
a great play.
Puts his shoulder right between the numbers, and it's going to be another 1, maybe a 2-yard gain, and it's going to be 3rd and a long 6, maybe 7. I think
Garrett. That's twice that he has fought off of a block to make the tackle tonight that I have counted. There may be more times than that, but that was a huge play.
3rd and 7. It's a huge play for the Raiders. Let's see if we can get us a do-over here. Let's get a stop and maybe get a punt return by Snell. Do they do something special here and try to throw the ball, Rev? Or
they're going to line it up, and where they're lining it up, it looks like they're going to try to go to our left, but they may try to sneak somebody out of the backfield.
There's the snap. They're going to hand it to the man going wide, and they're going to tackle him for no gain, maybe 2 yards, but it's going to be a punt time. Is somebody down?
Yeah, we got somebody down. I don't know if it's exhaustion or what, but that's Bloodworth. He's having to play both ways. He's exhausted. A lot of times on the defensive front, he and Jesus Brown rotate back and forth.
7:38, the clock is wound, 10-7, your Raiders trail, but we do hold and get the ball back here. And again, special teams has been scary for us all season long, especially when we're trying to receive the ball. We just want things to go right. I wish LeJondrick had a chance here to return one, which he hasn't. After 3 punts tonight, he's been unable to return. He has made some fair catches. Let's see if we can get in good position here. I don't expect a rush here from the Raiders.
No, we're just making sure they don't do something crazy. Boy, they have got a great long snapper.
And LeGondrick is going to let this one bounce.
Oh,
and they're going to give up about 10 yards. It's going to go to the 47. We got plenty of time. Coach, Rev, we proved we can move the ball, and there's no doubt in my mind we can score if we just execute. If just X's and O's now for the boys to make some completions. Let's get some runs, get the ball to Madison, and you might have an opportunity to get Jewell if he comes back on the field for this series, which he is, an opportunity to maybe use his wheels on some type of option play.
And he can fly if he gets out in the open. It's just a matter of getting it clean out in the open, and he can move around some. But when he sees, the problem with Jewell sometimes is when he sees interference, he stops and tries to juke, and it just gives.
Madison cuts up the middle.
There goes Madison.
Shugging tackles. He's going to move forward for 10, 12 yards, just like he did the last drive, Rev. First 2 carries, he went 20, 25 yards. It's going to be first down for the Red Raiders on our Vidalia side of the field.
We're on the 45-yard line. I think he may have come up a little bit short. 2nd and 1, I think is what we got. 2nd and 1.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. This is straight up pass out to the Peterson. He jerks to the right, gets out for the first down. It's going to be about another 10-yard gain, really on the spot, but it will be first down for the Red Raiders.
I really think that, I've said it again, looking at the matchup we got there, I don't think, and they just rotated this guy out and put somebody what appears to be a little bit quicker over the top of JP.
I like this matchup. Oh, and he leans forward gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10. That's kind of what happened to us down on the other end of the field before we swapped sides. As we got stuff there on first down.
I'll tell you, yeah. Go ahead.
We need positive yardage on first down as well.
Yeah.
You know,
their big number 24, who plays running back, Tyshawn Powell. He is also nose guard. So that gives you an idea what kind of athlete, kind of guy he is, and how big he is.
Twins. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom.
We got plenty of time on the play clock.
And he does hand it to Madison up the middle.
He gets 4. Gets 4 yards.
It's going to be 3rd and about 6. Ref, something just kind of popped, and I can hear everything a little bit better. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, it sounds better.
A little bit better. Not sure what happened.
5:14, 5:13 left in the game. This game has flew by.
3rd and 5. It's a long 5.
And I'm beginning to think we may be in 4-down territory.
Oh, I believe so. We're in Ronaldo's practice range.
Yeah.
But this is a game situation. I think we need a first down here. Keep this drive alive. And Madison's going to make his way out to be 4 wide to the top. We come to the left. JP's going to break a tackle. Another break a tackle. He's going to make it to the 10. And he's hit out of bounds. No flag.
Boy, it looked like he grabbed his face mask.
They sure did.
They didn't.
There was two guys right there on it. There was no foul play, I guess. And we were hoping for half the distance to the goal. But it's going to be – let's see if it's going to be 1st and goal.
I'm going to tell you something. Shady, beautiful block.
Okay, I was watching Peterson.
Beautiful
watching
block
the trail.
by Shady.
That's what it takes.
So far, play of the game.
Raiders are back where we're at. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Let's see if we can get it done this time. Could be the game-winning drive. Oh, no. And the exchange was bad. There's a fumble. And Vidalia has recovered on about the 10-yard line. Jewell was attempting to pull it. I'm not sure if there was confusion or if the ball was dropped. I'm not sure what happened there. Just a poor exchange one way or the other with the fake. But the ball was on the ground. Vidalia is going to take back over. There's 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Again, the Raiders with an opportunity there to possibly put this game away. And now Vidalia has a chance to put this game away if we can't stop them one more time. A big hush in the crowd right there. And almost a hush in the box here too. It's kind of hard to talk about, Rev, when you give yourself opportunity after opportunity and you're unable to make it happen. Now this game is not over. Just took a little wind out of us. This defense has got to play tough. Keep them off that edge. Got to make a tackle. He's still on his feet after about a 15-yard gain. You got a defense that just come off the field, and again, we have about 6 or 7 kids that play both ways. 4:28, the clock stops with the movement of the change, and then it'll start, and they're going to run that play clock just as far down as they can.
They lost us. Call them back.
Maybe that's when they lost us.
Yeah.
Oh, we get the quarterback in the backfield. They may give him back to the line of scrimmage. It's like a timeout. It's going to be called by the Red Raiders, I believe, with exactly 4 minutes on the clock. 3rd and 6 now for the Raiders. Chance for them to both back with 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Got to have a hold right here as he goes out wide, and we're going to stop him. There's a flag in the backfield, probably holding, if I had to guess, unless was maybe hope there's not a face mask. 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
It should be 4th down, depending on the call, and they're going to. I'm not sure why Coach would not decline this and make it. It's a 10-yard penalty.
Our battery on our Wi-Fi is showing that it's low and that we don't have a charger. I was just wondering, maybe we could go to could you put the power cord for one of our phones? We can't do the phone here, can we? We tried another power cord here, but it didn't work.
And there's a stop. Good call by the Red Raiders as they were able to. It's going to be 4th down and 17. Looks like we got somebody down on the field.
Hold on a second.
It's going to be 4th down now for the Red Raiders.
Hey, okay.
Or, excuse me, for the Vidalia Indians. They're all going to punt.
I think it'll work now if we get it to dial. You got your headset on here?
Okay. You didn't call it right. You didn't call it right.
All right, but those of you on the broadcast, we're had a short injury timeout, and we're having some difficulty with those of you who are just listening on the radio.
Thanks for calling the Eagle.
All right. Try it
All
now.
right.
It may go back out, and I may have to call you on the phone.
All right, hold on.
Going to be a punt here for the Vidalia Indians, and they're going to be punting it back to Legondrick, who's got his feet on about the 45-yard line, as you can see. 2 minutes, 47 seconds. The Raiders are going to get the ball back with one more opportunity in a short field, hopefully. Boy, we'd like to get a return here, and it's going to be up in the air. He's going to call a fair catch, and it's just going to dive. Raiders are going to get it on about the 49-yard line. They're going to take over with 2:38 on the clock, trailing by 3, 10-7. Just sort of a slobber knocker here with this Vidalia Indians. We've had every opportunity to win this game. We just got to have our offense to muster up one more time. 2:38. This is going to. You got to think this is it. This is our last chance.
County Red Raiders got inside the 10-yard line and fumbled exchange between quarterback Dawson Jewell and Anthony Madison led to a turnover to Vidalia as we were heading in to score. And Vidalia got one first down, have just punted the ball back to us. We have it on Vidalia's 48-yard line with 2 minutes and 38 seconds left. And if I've calculated right, we still have all three of our timeouts left, at least two of our timeouts left. Vidalia is ahead of us 10-7 right now, 2 minutes and 38 seconds left, and us on Vidalia's 48-yard line.
Jules rolling out to his left, and he's looking to throw down the sideline. Legondrick unable to make the play. Ball just out of play. Probably thrown just a second too late, hoping he was going to get open.
And we've just had a huge penalty against us. I think we just got a hold, and we're 5 yards deep. That's going to be a 25-yard or 15-yard penalty on first down.
Well, we had an opportunity with about 2 minutes to go last week. It was a little bit further down the field, and had a big sack we took, Rev, and it was second and about 20-something yards last week. So we're putting ourselves at 2nd and 25 now from the 36-yard line now. We got trips to the top, single receiver to the bottom. 2nd and 25.
Got a lot of ground to make up here. We got single coverage out here on JP. That's where your matchup is.
And the safety all the way on the other side. They're going to hand it to Madison up the middle. He's just bobbing and weaving. He's going to get 15 yards back. It's going to be now.
We got to hurry.
2nd down and about 2 minutes and 19 seconds. I believe we have 2 timeouts remaining, I think.
2 or 3, I'm sure. I know we got 2, possibly 3.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
See if we can't roll out to the right. He's got him open in the flat. He makes the pass. Shady stops. He cuts back to the middle for a first down for the Red Raiders. That's our man Shady. We talked about him before the game. Player of the game last week, win or lose.
Looks like we got a flag on us. On across the field there. They're definitely going to take the penalty and call it against us. Let's see what the call is. Maybe it's against them.
Could we be so lucky?
He's going to make the call. Sideline warning, maybe?
I hope that's all it is. He's calling the guys in. Maybe he's not sure exactly what it's going to be. We're about to find out. Legal something.
Legal substitution by them?
Yeah, it's by them. They're going to decline it. It's going to be first down Red Raiders.
Oh, wow. Big game.
Got one to go our way. Still plenty of time. Minute 56 on the clock for you listening. 10-7. We still trail by 10.
We're on the 38-yard line. Vidalia's 38-yard line. We're looking at our wristbands to get the play.
Oh, boy. Is there
false start against us?
Going to be 1st and 15.
Hello. Got me what? Again?
Sorry about the technical difficulties for those of you on our broadcast this evening. We're having some radio issues. I'm flipping over. The Rev is going to finish the radio on his cell phone, and I'm going to switch over here to our broadcast with 1 minute and 11 seconds. It's 2nd and 10 for the Red Raiders on the 38-yard line as we're moving down the field trying to. We got a receiver open in the middle. What a catch! What a catch by Legondrick Snell over the middle, folks. And you saw it from home. It was all the way to the other side. He's got to take a break. Probably knocked the breath out of him because he went way up. And this young man just, oh, my goodness, he went way up. We're going to check on him here as he goes down. I think he probably just lost his breath as he landed right square on his back between his shoulders. But what a first down catch by this Red Raider. Just the Energizer Bunny. Again, I said earlier, the most electrifying player on our team, in our region, and possibly one of the best in the state. We hope this young man can get up and catch his breath because I think we may need him to go 56 more. We've got 56 seconds to go, about 27 more yards to get this thing in the end zone if we can. We do have a field goal kicker that can make it. We're just about in field goal range. We're in practice range, as I mentioned earlier. He can kick some long ones, but it's always different in a game situation. But with an opportunity here to put ourselves in a position. Looks like we're down to throwing the ball. Vidalia is going to know that, and they're going to probably sell out to that. But we just want an opportunity. Want to do a bunch of shout-outs here for all of Raider Nation that's tuning in to our broadcast. Want to thank our year-long athletic sponsors. Audibly, you've seen their commercials all night. It's Mr. Andy Cawthon Auto Sales, Miss Lisa Coley with Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply, and Doctors McQuaig and Hutto at Family Vision Care. I want to thank them for partnering with us all year long at BCTV Productions. I know I don't get to say those types of things over the radio broadcast due to their policies, but you hear it through our softball. I want to say on our softball team will be playing a doubleheader. Let's get back to the football here with 47 seconds. The clock's running. Jules going to roll out to his right. Throws a pass. Oh, a little short. It's okay. The ball hits the ground. The clock stops. Most importantly, as Shady was coming across the field, looks like there's going to be a holding call. Another penalty for the Raiders that's going to back us up. We just keep hurting ourselves over and over. We've had opportunity after opportunity to put this game away. And I just don't want it to be another woulda, coulda, shoulda. We want to get over that hump. We'd like to sure do it here with this Vidalia team. Looks like there's going to be the ball's going to be moved to the opposite hash over where the penalty was made. It's going to be 2nd and 20 now for the Red Raiders. Clock starts, and I'm not sure why it started. It's questioned by the coach on the other side. 41.7. I'd like to see him put a couple more seconds on the clock because of it. I think they did put a few seconds on the clock. It's 42.5. Thought there may have been about 44 on the clock. Can't waste any time. I know we have one timeout, if not two remaining. We do have two timeouts remaining, but I'm not sure what's the biggest factor is not the clock. Is not the distance to the down. I think it's the clock. If we can get the ball 15 yards down the field. And now they're walking. Had they not already walked, is there another penalty? I'm not sure what's happening now. I'll try to. I guess that's the 20. They just had not. That's more. They marked more yardage. That's like 2nd down and 30. There was another 10-yard penalty, and I'm not sure. Not sure what happened. Maybe coach needs an explanation from the white hat. We're going to get a little bit more time on the clock. I think around 44, 43.5, 42.8. Huh. They went back to what it was. I'm not sure why. Maybe because of the penalty. 2nd down and 30 is what it looks like to me. We take the snap, we roll out, and overthrown by Jewell. We've got to throw down the field. Now it's 3rd and again, I'm not sure why we're looking to throw sideline to sideline at this point. We've got to get it down the field with some type of slant or a seam route. Again, the Raiders hurting themselves, number one, with penalties now, but with opportunity to score earlier. 36.3, 3rd and 20 is on the board. There's a catch down to about the 34. The clock is going to stop with a timeout. And I'm not sure why he doesn't call a timeout when you got two. it's not fourth down. It is. That was some poor. They do throw a pass. It is an interception. It's going to end the ball game. I'm not sure. There was a lot of miscommunication there. I'm not sure why they don't call a timeout. I'm a little agitated with our coaching at this point, and again, normally I don't throw folks under the bus, but that was some poor communication there, one way or the other, and a very, very disappointing way for this game to end. I don't know exactly what was going on there. I know you're dealing with 15, 16, 17-year-old boys. But you got to call a timeout. You got 2 timeouts remaining. There just has to be a timeout called, and I don't understand why. Now there's a timeout called. I'm not sure by who, but it's futile at this point. The Raiders again are going to come away with a really, really, really tough loss here, with an opportunity to beat a team that is a perennial power. And not only in our region, but in AA from year to year. And again, we're just not able to. We just haven't been able to get over that hump to make something happen. Again, as you saw it transpire and unfold right there, and you'll go back, I'm sure, and watch it on demand here in just a little bit, maybe to try and understand exactly what happened. It was 3rd down in about maybe 7 or 8. And, again, I just don't know why. I mean, there should have been a coach at the hash mark calling a timeout. And the worst thing that could have happened is the ball was thrown up and it was intercepted. And that's, again, pretty much that sealed our fate at that point. But we just didn't give ourselves an opportunity. And again, I don't understand why. I guess it'll be clarified at some point through a coach's show or some questioning through, but and I'll hush about it because naturally I'm a fan, and I'm just disappointed that we wasn't able to, again, with a couple opportunities to make something happen. But that's going to run the clock out. There's no point in calling a timeout now. We're going to line it up, and the Raiders are going to take it on the chin here. It is 10-7. The Raiders will lose to Vidalia. We'll be going 1-2 in region play. That'll put us 4-2 on the regular season, but most importantly, 1-2 in region play. And our backs are completely against the wall now as we'll face a very good Swainsboro team 2 weeks from tonight at homecoming. We will face an off week next week, and then we'll face best team in the state in several classifications, as we'll have to travel to Savannah to face Benedictine cadets. So again, just. I don't know what else to say, Raider Nation. I just, it's just frustrating for you at home to see it and us to call it, and me to be careful what I say because, again, I don't know exactly what transpired, but it was just I wish we could have put ourselves in a little bit better situation there. We never probably should have been there as we coughed the ball up inside the 10 on the previous drive, but nonetheless, we're going to take a 2-week break here, hiatus, and maybe that's what the Raiders need to regroup, as we will face some stiff competition the rest of the way through, or at least the next 2 weeks. So, on behalf of, you heard Brother Peavy as he finished it off on the radio outside, and on behalf of BCTV production and these guys that are the students that are here helping me, Mr. Johnny Bryant, Carson Taylor, Tristan Moon. All these are students and from my program in the engineering and technology department. And Charles Rollerson. I want to thank these 4 guys for swapping around video and producing the show on the computer and dealing with me day in and day out and on the games like this. One quick thing, softball will be playing at home on Monday. A doubleheader versus Metter will be live at 4 and at 6. Second round of the Region 2 AA playoffs, or region playoffs, for seeding for the state tournament. Lady Raiders have guaranteed themselves at least no worse than a 4 spot, but they'll be playing for a 2 spot, 1 or 2 spot on Monday, and the if game would be Tuesday at 6 o'clock. That's Metter at home, 4 and 6 on Monday. And on behalf of myself and all of BCTV Productions, I want to thank you for joining us. Good night and God bless.